Hey, what's going on everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. First of all, sorry for coming out with this video a little bit later in the day, but it actually turns out well because a lot has been going on in the past few hours. Huge day for cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin broke above $10,000 on several exchanges, a couple hours ago. It now broke above $10,000 on Coinbase, and obviously, once you break those big round numbers like $100, $1,000, $10,000 in this case, the price usually, kicks up even higher in the short term, right? So this is what we're seeing right now. It's currently at 10,100 on Coinbase. On other exchanges, it's already trading at $10,245. So it is moving higher here, and usually it continues to do so in the short term after a big breakout like this. Litecoin is following Bitcoin's positive action here and is really pushing towards $100. So there's a good chance by the end of this video that it will be trading above $100, and that's completely in line with my prediction. Bitcoin, on the other hand, I did mention how we could see a fail test of $10,000, but to be honest, the hype and enthusiasm right now around Bitcoin, especially as the market leader, but just around cryptocurrencies in general, has been like never seen before, right? And the money that's pouring into it is it's crazy. I mean, we've never seen anything like this, right? It's truly a turning point, I think. And you may have seen some people talk about it as cryptocurrency's mainstream moment. Is that an accurate way to describe it? I'm not sure, but what's certain is that it really is, yeah, I mean, this has never been seen before in finance and stuff like this. This is a first, really. And now that Bitcoin broke above $10,000, what does that mean exactly? Well, for one, like I said, in the short term, it's probably going to move higher. What you do have to realize, though, is that there's going to be a dip at some point and probably going to come back and maybe test $10,000. That's fully possible, but for now, it is going to be moving higher, right? Same thing with Litecoin, and that one was fully in line with my prediction. So let me just give you an update on what's been going on, with the general market and everything. Obviously, like I said, Bitcoin moving higher here. Ethereum doing pretty well. Not yet just at $500, but it should be moving towards there also. And, that should happen pretty quickly, to be honest. So hopefully a break above $500 for Ethereum as well. Bitcoin Cash pulling back here. Ripple is having actually a really nice day, moving towards 30 cents. So that's great news for Ripple. A lot of cryptocurrencies doing well today. IOTA up almost 30%. Big move for IOTA, almost to $1.50. And the biggest mover today, surprisingly, I guess you could even say, is Cardano, right? Up 182%. Now, I don't believe there was any specific news for this. Pretty much just a continuation of the breakout and everything. But this is pretty massive, right? We broke above 10 cents, and that's, once again, one of those big round numbers where it's a sort of a new base for Cardano now, and you can kind of expect it to move towards maybe 20 cents, 30 cents, etc., right? You get the deal. But we're currently sitting at $3.6 billion in market cap, which, that's pretty high now. We're above Monero, we're above Ethereum Classic, and, we're starting to really get into the big leagues for Cardano. So we'll see how it's able to deal with, a large market cap like that. But for now, it's looking good. There's nothing really bad to say about it, and pretty much still in full breakout mode. So we'll just have to see. Maybe it'll face some resistance around 15 cents. I didn't even think that it was going to go this high, to be honest. So it's surprising me too. But now that it broke above 10 cents, that's sort of the new baseline. And like I said, kind of just expect it to, start moving towards 20 cents and then 30 cents. And, already you have to start thinking towards 50 cents. Obviously, that's going to be a massive market cap increase, which I think will be the only thing that could hold Cardano back at this point is, its market cap compared to some of the other cryptos out there. But overall, it's great news that it got, this big boost in popularity and hype. That's really what it was lacking. So that's definitely not as much as an issue anymore. Monero doing well today, up 13%. Actually crazy, broke above $200. Didn't even notice that. We got Stellar Lumens, also a big mover today, up 44%. It wasn't doing much for a while, and it finally, got a boost today. Stratus up about 20%, 10x 20% as well. PIVX here up 3%. I think it was higher. Yeah, it looked like it was higher today. Fell back down. Vertcoin pulling back a bit, and finally Zcoin up a nice 20%. So relatively mixed, but definitely some big movers today, and of course, Substratum up 10%. Bitcoin and, I guess you could even say Litecoin Cardano, obviously, really in the spotlight today. So let's see how much Litecoin is at right now. $99. Okay, we'll see how much it's at by the end of this daily crypto update. But let's get started with the technical analysis on Bitcoin. Not that much to say here. Now, we are, coming up on the downtrend line on the RSI, so we could face some resistance there. That's definitely something to pay attention to. As far as the MACD goes, we're fully uptrending and everything. Let me go ahead and draw the short-term uptrend line on the, let's see, on the chart here. And this will serve as, being kind of a good indication, I think, of when we can kind of, I might actually have to draw multiple of these. So there's this one and then even a bit of a more shorter term one. And this is, yeah, I would pay attention to both of these. Of course, the shorter term one would be a little bit more, for the absolute momentum. And what I mean by that is once we break out of this uptrend line right over here, right, we can kind of expect it to, move up more slowly. And then if we break below this one, right, we'll probably have seen the end, and that could happen, much higher, right? But I'm just saying we could see the end of the breakout move at least, where we might pull back a little bit more, okay? But for now, we are uptrending, so don't think that we're going to come crashing back down or anything right away. That's probably not going to be the case, right? We're most likely going to move higher here moving forward in the short term. I'm just saying that, maybe in a week or two, if we break through one of these uptrend lines, we'll start seeing stuff slow down, and if we break through this one, at that point, we might get a bit of consolidation and a pullback, right? But otherwise, there's really not much to say here. We're in full breakout mode, and we broke above $10,000. And like I said, break above those big round numbers usually means a lot of momentum, and the price is just kicking higher, right? So that's pretty much all there is to it for Bitcoin. Now, moving over to Ethereum, nice green candlestick today, up 2% on Coinbase, and still, in its consolidation range, unfortunately. So we're not out of that just yet, right? We'll want to see a break above $492 before we're truly out of that. So let me go ahead and put that in with a black horizontal line. So that'll be this line right over here, if I can get that correctly. And once we break above that, then, $500 is pretty much in the bag at that point. We're tapering off a little bit on the MACD and on the histogram, something to pay attention to, but overall, with the amount of hype in the market, I'm not too worried about it. Finally, let's go over to Litecoin. Finally, sorry, this is just the beginning of the crypto update. Don't worry, I'm going to go through my normal schedule. But let's see, Litecoin is moving higher here, and let me go ahead and throw in one of these black horizontal lines. Broke above that high over here of 98.28, right? That was our previous all-time high on Coinbase. So, like I said, let's see, we actually, it does look like we put in $100.99 actually. So, we'll see if we can break over and really hold above $100. But I would say it's pretty likely at this point. And, really just taking off on the MACD, histogram, RSI. So, broke above the 80 line on the RSI actually. And yeah, we want to make sure that we don't fail this. But either way, Litecoin is going over $100 at this point, in my opinion. And yeah, it already did, like I said, test that on Coinbase, it looks like. So we'll just want to make sure that we'll hold above that really and start moving higher. But like I said, it's kind of trailing Bitcoin at this point. We could see that earlier today. Yeah, it pretty much just started taking off with Bitcoin. And let's see what's been going on with Ripple. So Ripple looks like it was actually having a pretty good day today, something that I'm actually really happy about because it obviously went through a little bit of a rough patch in the past couple weeks. And let's see. So looks like we're slightly down here on Bittrex, down about 4%. We put in a high of 28 cents, so a bit under 30 cents, but overall we got the breakout over here, right, on the previous candlestick. And that pushed us above this 25-cent mark, which we hadn't done before, which is really, the big move here. And now we're getting a bit of a pullback. We can see that on the RSI as well. We dipped back below 70. What counts is that we're now really trading above $25, right? And even if we come back and test that, that's completely fine. That's healthy price action. But now we can really start expecting us to move towards 30 cents, right? There's obviously a lot of resistance there. but I think he'll be able to break above that, you know, eventually. And yeah, we should see 30 cents pretty soon here. So moving over to Neo, let's see what's been going on with good old Neo. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a bounce here. Bit of an upper wick inverted hammer candlestick, which isn't the best sign. Still uptrending on the RSI, flattening out a bit on the MACD, so it's not acting super strong. We're trading between this $37 resistance line over here, which is support, and then the resistance level at about $39.40. So, you know, it might trade in this range for a while. It looks like it will have to consolidate a little bit. It's not acting very strong right now. But overall, you know, as long as we're above this, well, for one, I guess this $37 mark, but really this middle band over here, right, the brown line, which is currently at $34, where we're still uptrending perfectly on Neo, and it's not really anything to be concerned about. Let's move over to Vertcoin, which unfortunately looks like it's getting a little bit of a pullback, although we do seem to have put in a bit of a flat candlestick over here, a doji candlestick, and this is actually really looking very good to me right now. So despite the fact that it moved lower, this type of candlestick usually means that we put in a bottom and that we're ready to move back up now. Of course, normally, you know, you have to wait for confirmation of that and a break above, you know, the high, which is $5.34 on this candlestick. But I would say that based on how it's setting up here near the, you know, support line, and also based on the lows of the previous three candlesticks, I like it a lot, and I do think that this will be, you know, a bottom here put in the short term, and that will start moving back higher towards 6 cents pretty quickly. So I'm actually not really fazed by this drop here, and not much to say on the indicators. You know, we're still uptrending now on the MACD, back above the orange line. So yeah, I actually like how Vertcoin is set up right now. And let's see what's been going on with Monero. It seems like it got a huge move today. So over here on Bittrex, we're currently trading at $196, put in a high of $203. So managed to break above $200, which, you know, I said that it was going to do that. It did it very quickly though. And overall, that's a good sign, you know. Put in a little bit of a flat candlestick, you know, basically the inverse of what is going on with Vertcoin. So this might be a little bit of a top here. But with that being said, you know, the fact that we were able to move above $200 here is a good sign. And even if we do pull back a bit, you know, $200 should be a new level now for Monero. So still looking good, but with this top candlestick over here, you know, flat doji candlestick, could see definitely a reversal here and maybe go back towards this uptrend line. You know, we haven't really came back and tested this $167 area either. So do be aware of that, right? And let's move over to Omise Go. Let's see what's been going on with that. So it seems like, you know, we actually attempted a pretty nice move here. We're able to break above $9.83. Weren't able to hold that though, and we're dropping a bit lower. A little bit of a pullback, you know, not really anything to worry about though. We still want to make sure that we hold above this uptrend line, which is really the main focus right now. I don't think that that should be a problem. But overall, I'm very happy that we were able to break above that $9.83 level. I think that kind of foreshadows the breakout that we'll get in the next couple days. So yeah, I think this is good. You know, we managed to get above the uptrend line over here, dipping slightly below that. I'm not worried about that either, though. I think that we will be breaking above $9.83, you know, in the next week or two, and then even moving towards $10, $11, etc. So definitely, you know, repairing some of the damage here for Neo. And finally, last cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update, Lisk. Lisk getting a update today, up about 1.5%. Still downtrending, unfortunately, on the MACD. Rounding up a little bit on the histogram. And what do I think of what's going on right now? We're facing a bit of resistance with the previous uptrend line, right? And that's definitely going to make things a little bit hard for Lisk. But overall, we're just going to have to wait till the MACD flattens out a bit. And unfortunately, you know, based on previous experience, you know, look at how long it took over here and over here. It might be the same. I would honestly see this as a buying opportunity, to be honest. That's not financial advice. That's just my opinion. But until we see it starting to flatten out and turn back over, we can just expect some consolidation and even maybe a bit of a pullback based on, you know, the two previous times this happened. So yeah, it's moving very similar to what happened over here, to be honest. Unfortunately, it looks like Lisk will be, consolidating a bit more. And this is the end of the daily crypto update. I hope you found this video useful and helpful. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Other than that, everyone, I hope you're having a great day. And yeah, thanks for watching.